fortunately had a very good look at it. And I'm looking at the ball, and I'm like, no way. This is not about to happen because it looked like it was dead on. And when it go in, you just crush for a minute. I think I hit my knees because you want to wrap a game up like that in the playoffs, in the regulation. But, one thing you can do is get up and, regroup and know you got 5 more minutes to play.
You looked like you hit your knee at the end. What happened? Yeah. How did that contact take place exactly, and how much pain were you in going forward?
I don't remember how it took place, but yeah, I hit the inside of my knee on the floor, on the bone, so I'm sure it's be bruised, but it'll be fine. I played with it before, so I'll do it again.
Dwyane, over here, friend. Between the fourth quarter and the overtime after Lowry hit the shot, what was like the mood in the huddle? Was it like oh no, oh my no, or just a veteran team? You guys were just cool. We're gonna win this in this next 5 minutes.
Well, the guys that was on the floor was a little down. We know we blew an opportunity to win the game in regulation, but CB and UD was pumping us up, trying to make sure that we stay focused, stay within the game. They might have talked the whole timeout before Coach got a chance to draw up our first play to Goran Dragic that, everyone, every basketball fans came to know. And then he's getting his opportunities to make some outside shots because of how the defense plays when he's on the weak side. So he's just been very aggressive. And, to be successful in this playoffs the way we want to be, we need that. It's not saying that he has to score 25 plus every night, but we just need a Goran on attack. It just makes everyone's job easier, and it makes us a way better team.
And one more. And the last time you guys were here, you didn't play. Obviously, the team went to overtime, and Lou and Goran and all the guys were talking about how much growth they saw in themselves that game. Was tonight another night of growth, you think, for this team?
Well, every opportunity we have, as a team to be in these moments, it's, as we said, going back to the Boston game, that was a growing moment for this team. It sucked at the time that we lost our 20-plus point lead, but we continue to learn in those moments. And same thing in the first series we just played, and tonight as well. We will learn from our fourth quarter meltdown as a team. But our response coming out was what this team has done all year. We've responded every time we've had one of those moments. So that's what I love about this team.
Dwyane, in 2 more days, you guys have to come back here and do it again. As a leader, what is the message in terms of not being satisfied with just being up 1-0 and really trying to go up 2-0? And the second part is, you talked about how this team needed to prove that it can win on the road in the playoffs. You guys have won 2 in a row now in the playoffs. How do you feel about the team's progress there?
Well, I think as a team, and I know our coach is going to do this, we didn't play a great game, and I'm not saying you're going to play a great game every night, but we had so many opportunities by the basket that we just, that's our game. And I think in the first half we was like 7 for 22 in the paint. And we had a lot of turnovers early that led to, them getting transition buckets, but we was only down 2, going into the break. So we can play better. We're going to look at the film, obviously in the fourth quarter, with them coming back. We did a lot of things, wrong that we need to correct going into the next game. So I think, we'll take this win. We fought for it, but we know we can play a better game. And I think winning on the road in Game 6, that was huge for us. As a team, we go into opponent's building an elimination game, and we pull it out. There's so much confidence for this team. And, we don't have home court advantage, and, that was the only series that if we want to continue to keep going, it's the only series we had home court advantage in, and we lost it. And we figured out a way to get it back. And so we have to win on the road. And that Game 6 was very big for us going forward.
Dwyane, I think Kyle, even with that shot, he's about 8 of 49 from 3 in the postseason. Yeah. How aware are you guys of the slump he's in? Is it changing how you're covering him? How do you guys approach it?
Sound like me in a regular season. It's about my numbers, so he's already on track to make some big threes soon. Kyle Lowry he can get it going, so we have to always be aware, of him. I mean, he's an all-star player in this league. Him and DeRozan is, really all year has been, the leaders of this team. And, we've watched their first series. When it looks like those guys are down, they come back fighting. So we respect those guys. We have to be aware all the time, try to make their shots tough, knowing that they're going to make some tough ones. The shots he hit tonight, all of them was tough, the ones that he made. So, in this league, I understand it's a make and miss league. The same shots that he missed, he can make next game. So, we got to be prepared for, them coming out, playing better, being more aggressive in game 2.
Dwyane, we saw Whiteside go down in the first quarter, and that looked pretty bad, but he came back and gave you guys quite a bit. Do you get the sense that he's learning the level of toughness that's expected here?
Yeah, that was scary, though. He went down nasty. Terrible pass by me. The pass was behind him, and he slipped and fell. But, he went out for a second, but he came right back in. And, in the playoffs, that's what it's about, man. Get back up. If you can. We always had this saying, do whatever you got to do. In the regular season, you can rest it. But in the playoffs, if the doctors say medically you can go out there and give it, you can go out there and play, you got to do what you got to do to get on that floor. So I guess he went to the back. Doctor checked his knee out. They found out it was good enough to go. I'm sure he'll be a little sore tomorrow, like everybody that played in this game. But he showed a lot of grit tonight by coming back and being a big part of what we did to get this win.
Dwyane, before the game, Dwayne Casey mentioned a recollection of before the 2003 draft, you were going into Seattle for a workout. Do you have any recollection of that?
I do. I remember that. Coach Casey was there. At the time, it was talk about him leaving to be a head coach. Nate McMillan was the head coach at the time. And, I went in. They had 2 draft picks. They had a 12th and 14th pick in that draft. I wasn't projected to go top 5, so I wanted to really have a good workout. I remember that.